Good evening, and welcome to the 18th annual Spooky Beats and Treats concert. I'm Mr. Holt. I'm the band director here at Larson, and it's so wonderful to welcome you to our concert. We're so excited to play for you tonight and to share in the festive Halloween spirit with you. One note, a little safety tip for our audience members. There are some tricks in this music, and the treats come later. But you need to know when to clap, because especially with the concert band and the symphonic band, we have a couple of fake out moments, and I don't want you to get caught. So, here's what you need to know. When the conductor puts their arms up to conduct the band, that means that it's got to be absolutely silent in the room, because there's nothing quite like breaking that silence as an ensemble. It's something that we practice over and over and over again, and we want to make sure we can do it really well. And then you'll know the piece is over when I put my hands down, finally, because there are a few of these pieces where the music stops, but wait, there's more. And we don't want you to miss any of the music that the kids have worked so hard to put together so far this year. So without any further ado, we're going to take it to the concert band. They're going to kick it off with a piece called Ogopogo, which is a palindrome. It's a musical palindrome inspired by an aquatic monster that's said to live in Ononkaga Lake in British Columbia, Canada. Suddenly, a creaking noise cuts through the silence. What could it be? Is it the house settling? Or is it something else? Perhaps you're falling victim to the pranks of the pesky poltergeist, so well written into the piece you're about to hear. Anybody got a 9-volt battery? Okay, it's back on. Okay, good. The merchant ship Mary Celeste left New York City on November 7, 1872, en route to Genoa, Italy. But it was found on December 4th, 600 miles west of Gibraltar, with no one aboard. No one knows what happened aboard the ghost ship. This one seems to be working. Thank you, though. So our first piece with the 6th grade band might shed some light onto the inspiration for my costume for this year. Now, I got to tell you, the mustache wouldn't stick to my face. I think it was the adhesive, but luckily I think I can get a new one at the Spirit Halloween on Saturday for 18 cents, I think. Doesn't everything go on sale? Anyway. So the first piece we're going to play is based on the poetry of Edgar Allan Poe, particularly his poem, The Raven. There are 2 stanzas of the poem that are really depicted in the piece that we're going to play, and so I thought I would read them to you. Once upon a midnight dreary, well I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore. Well I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this, and nothing more." And the poem continues. "Prophet," said I, "thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, by that heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore, tell this soul with sorrow laden, if, without the distant Aidenn, it shall clasp a sainted maiden, whom the angels name Lenore. Clasp a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels name Lenore." Quoth the Raven, "Nevermore." This is The Raven, arranged by Michael Story. Our second and final piece for this concert with the 6th grade band is a programmatic work. You can almost see the formation of stout soldiers marching in lockstep as you witness this attack of the garden gnomes. Okay, as our percussionist gets settled, I did want to just do a couple of things really quick. To make these concerts happen, it takes a lot of people and a lot of work. There was a pep rally here at the end of the school day, and I know that there's probably toilet paper. They did a thing where they tossed the toilet. They weren't supposed to at the end. They made mummies. It was cute. And we had to transport it in this concert space. There were a couple of kids that stayed after school who worked really hard to get all this stuff set up. If you were among the crew who helped get the chairs and stuff set up, go ahead and stand up. You guys deserve a round of applause. And then one thing I love about our community is that I really trust that things like the afterglow are going to happen. This morning I said to the kids we only had like 2 liters dropped off before, and I know the instructions said that you could just bring them tonight, but I got a little nervous. But I was still pretty confident that everything was going to happen, so I sent out an email just for a little extra help, and just thanks for those of you guys who came early and just helped get things set up for the afterglow. It's really nice to sort of send that out and just be like, that's going to be taken care of, and I don't have to worry about it. So I really am very grateful for that. We're almost there. I'll talk slowly. So the symphonic band's first selection depicts the mischievous nature of a household spirit. The mischievous nature of an 8th grade percussionist. This is the March of the Hobgoblins. So we have another work by Edgar Allan Poe, and it's rare when an 8th grade group plays a piece that's sort of slow and sort of pretty, and Actually, you know what? It's not that rare. When we first started playing this piece, they did not like it. Because it's hard to play slow, and it doesn't feel like you're doing much. But they've ended up really, really enjoying this piece so much they wanted to end the concert with it, but I told them it's not good to have an audience leave on this kind of sentiment because it's a little dark. It's Edgar Allan Poe, and it's dark. So this piece, Annabel Lee, it was written the year right before he passed, and they think that it was written ultimately about his wife, who died of tuberculosis just before. And the poetry is very moving, as is the music. But here's just a selection. It was many a year ago, in a kingdom by the sea, that a maiden there lived whom you may know by the name of Annabel Lee. And this maiden, she lived with no other thought than to love and be loved by me. Later the poem continues. The angels, not so half happy in heaven, went envying her and me. Yes, that was the reason, as all men know, in this kingdom by the sea, that the wind came out of the cloud by night, chilling and killing my Annabel Lee. But our love is stronger by far than the love of those older than we, of those far wiser than we. And neither the angels in heaven above nor the demons down under the sea can ever dissever my soul from the soul of the beautiful Annabel Lee. And Douglas Wagner captures this very well in this music, Annabel Lee. And we will close tonight's concert with a piece written by a Michigan-based composer. His name is Andrew David Perkins. This piece, Skeletonic, is also a programmatic work. You can almost hear like the bones chattering if you listen to the xylophone on this. So please enjoy our final piece on tonight's concert, Skeletonic.